Once upon a time, in a quaint little town, lived a young woman named Sarah. She had always adored cats and longed for a feline companion to keep her company in her lonely apartment. One day, she stumbled upon an advertisement online for adorable kittens, and her heart fluttered with excitement. Without hesitation, she contacted the seller and arranged to meet them at a mysterious address on the outskirts of town. As Sarah arrived at the dilapidated house, an eerie feeling washed over her, but her desire for a furry friend overshadowed any doubts. The seller, a strange and shadowy figure, led her into a dimly lit room. In a tiny cage sat the most enchanting kitten she had ever laid eyes on. It had jet black fur, eyes as red as blood, and a mischievous glimmer that Sarah found irresistible. Ignoring the seller's unsettling demeanor, Sarah paid the asking price and brought the kitten home. She named it Luna and eagerly awaited the joyous companionship they would share. However, little did Sarah know that her innocent-looking feline friend was no ordinary kitten. At first, Luna seemed like any other kitten, frolicking and playing around the apartment. But as the days turned into weeks, Sarah began to notice something peculiar. Luna would disappear for hours on end, only to return with a sinister look in her eyes. The once mischievous glimmer had transformed into a malevolent glow, and a cold shiver ran down Sarah's spine whenever Luna stared at her with those blood-red eyes. Strange occurrences began to plague Sarah's life. Objects would move on their own, and unearthly noises would echo through the apartment at night. Terrifying dreams plagued her sleep, and she woke up with claw marks on her arms, as if something demonic had clawed its way through the night to torment her. The veil of innocence around Luna began to unravel completely one fateful evening. Sarah, awakened by the sound of eerie whispers, stumbled into the living room, her heart pounding with fear. There she found Luna perched on a stack of books, surrounded by flickering candles. The whispers grew louder, and Sarah realized they were coming from the cat itself. Luna's once cute appearance had transformed into something sinister, as her fur stood on end, and her claws grew longer and sharper. Paralyzed with fear, Sarah watched as Luna's red eyes locked onto hers. The whispers grew louder, reverberating through her mind like a symphony of darkness. The voice was not of this world, filled with malevolence and the stench of sulfur. It spoke of ancient evil, of pain and suffering, promising a reign of terror that would consume everything in its wake. With her heart pounding, Sarah mustered the courage to break free from the spell. She grabbed a crucifix from the nearby wall and held it toward Luna, uttering prayers of protection. The demon within the feline screeched, its eyes widening with rage. A dark cloud enveloped the room as Luna transformed into a creature straight out of nightmares. A monstrous horned beast, with razor-sharp teeth and claws dripping with venom. As Sarah continued to chant, a blinding light filled the room, banishing the demon back to the depths of hell. Luna's true form faded away, leaving behind only the innocent-looking kitten that Sarah had first brought home. Exhausted and terrified, Sarah collapsed to the floor, tears streaming down her face. From that day forward, Sarah knew she had narrowly escaped the clutches of a demonic force. She found solace in knowing that evil could be hidden behind the most charming facade. Though Luna remained by her side, she was forever haunted by the chilling memory of her once cute kitten turning out to be demon from hell. Sarah lived in constant vigilance, never forgetting the terrifying power that resided within her seemingly innocent pet. Luna, oblivious to her true nature, continued to wander the apartment, purring and rubbing against Sarah's legs. But Sarah could never fully trust the cat, always keeping a careful eye on her, afraid of what might be lurking beneath the surface. Months passed, and Sarah's life seemed to return to a semblance of normalcy. The demonic presence that had invaded her home appeared to have been vanquished, but Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that evil still lingered. She researched ancient texts and sought the guidance of wise elders, desperate to find a way to protect herself from the lingering darkness that seemed to shadow her every step. One evening, while engrossed in her research, Sarah stumbled upon a forbidden book hidden deep within the archives of a dusty library. Its pages were brittle and yellowed, revealing the secrets of demonic entities and their ability to possess unsuspecting vessels. Sarah's heart skipped a beat as she recognized the similarities between the descriptions and her own feline companion. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah delved deeper into the forbidden knowledge. She learned of a ritual that could potentially sever the connection between Luna and the demonic realm. It was a perilous undertaking, but Sarah was willing to risk everything to protect herself and those she held dear. Gathering the necessary ingredients and preparing herself mentally and spiritually, Sarah embarked on the ritual. The air grew heavy with anticipation as she recited ancient incantations, calling upon the forces of light to aid her in the battle against darkness. Suddenly, Luna's once docile demeanor shifted. The room filled with an otherworldly energy, and the familiar glow returned to her eyes. Sarah's heart pounded with a mixture of fear and determination. She knew that this was her final chance to free Luna from the clutches of the demonic entity. With every ounce of strength and conviction she possessed, Sarah completed the ritual. A blinding light engulfed the room, and a cacophony of unearthly screams filled the air. Luna writhed in agony, the demon within her resisting the expulsion from its newfound vessel. Finally, the dark force was expelled, dissipating into the ethereal realm from whence it came. Luna collapsed onto the floor, her body trembling and weak. Sarah rushed to her side, cradling the exhausted cat in her arms. She could feel the relief emanating from Luna, as if a weight had been lifted from her tiny frame. From that day forward, Luna transformed into an ordinary cat, no longer carrying the taint of darkness. Sarah realized that her feline companion had been a victim as well. A vessel unwittingly chosen to house a malevolent entity. Though the scars of that haunting ordeal would never fade completely, Sarah found solace in the fact that she had fought against the forces of evil and emerged victorious. She knew that demons could manifest in the most unexpected forms, but she would remain vigilant, forever protecting her newfound companion from the horrors that lurked in the shadows. And so, Sarah and Luna forged a bond, built upon a shared experience of darkness and redemption. Together, they faced the trials that came their way, ready to confront any malevolence that dared to cross their path. For they knew that even the most innocent-looking creatures could harbor the most terrifying secrets, the demons from hell that lurked in the corners of their minds and the depths of their souls.